Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions!
Good on, Pepe! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Hello everyone, welcome to the Game of Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt with JP Zuccato on camera, and we're at Hofstra Soccer Stadium for decision day in the NPSL North Atlantic Conference playoff race. Tonight, American Soccer Club finish out their regular season at home against New Haven FC. It's the third time these teams have met this season, and if we have a look at our league table, it is tantalisingly set up for the next 2 hours of drama. The top 4 teams in the division go to the playoffs. Hertford City have already booked their ticket, and then you can see between 2nd and 5th place, a single point separates the sides. It has been an unbelievably close season. In 23 North Atlantic Conference games, only 5 have been decided by a margin of 1 goal or greater, and the table certainly reflects that. So, who needs what? It's a very complicated question. I must confess it took about 30 minutes of me looking through the NPSL website and the various head-to-head rules. But bear with me, United Haven United are safe. One way or the other, they are going to make the NPSL North Atlantic playoffs, and that may not make sense to you right now, but I'll explain to you that shortly. We'll start with what American Soccer Club need. A victory guarantees them a spot in the playoffs, potentially as the 2nd seed. A draw, and they could still make it, but they would rely on Hertford to beat Shockers. That game is kicking off at the same time tonight. Shockers are hosting that. American Soccer Club were very clear with me before the game. They are going for a win only. They don't feel they can rely on Hertford to get that job done, because Hertford, of course, nothing to play for in the regular season. They've already booked their 1st seed spot, and Shockers have everything to play for. They could still drop out. So American Soccer Club needs victory to guarantee themselves into the playoffs, and a draw might be enough, but might not. But if we just get into the nitty-gritty, and bear with me here, if American Soccer Club draw and Shockers lose, then that would mean Shockers would be eliminated. The reason being that out of Shockers lost and American Soccer Club drew, Shockers would be eliminated. The reason being the first tiebreaker, if there's 3 teams level on points, is wins in the league, total wins. Osners would win that, and then it's goal difference, which American Soccer Club would win, of course, if they drew and Shockers lost. So Osners are also watching very nervously on the edge of their seat. The scenario in which Osners are eliminated is if American Soccer Club win and New York Shockers win. Then Osners will go out on head-to-head versus New Haven, because then just 2 teams level on 11 points, and New Haven have the head between those 2. So if you struggle to follow what I've said, I don't blame you. It took me a long time to figure it out, but very simple for American Soccer Club. A win guarantees them a spot. A draw, and they're relying on Hertford City to win. We have our expected starting 11s and positions for American Soccer Club. Kenya Cordova in goal once again. Expecting we're probably going to have a back 4 of Wilson and Yates, with Jorge Nieto at left wing back, Tommy Wagner at right wing back, midfield 2 of Matthias Adamaka and Sean Fitzgerald, Chris Morandi left wing, Alberto Nieto right wing, Brian Saramago and James Tristino leading the line. And what a profitable pair that's been since Tristino's signing. They've scored 4 goals between them in the last, or 3 goals, excuse me. Yeah, 4 goals, excuse me, between them in the last 2 games. So it's been extremely prolific. For for New Haven, we're not exactly sure how the formation will line up, but we do know we're going to have Hess in goal, and then in no particular order, outfielders are going to be Germano, Armas, Alessio, Desnica, Serrano, Audo, Casas, Rosen, Pim, and Mohammed. Preston Alessio is someone in particular to watch out for from American Soccer Club perspective. Very dangerous attacking player. Scored a decisive late goal for New Haven against Hertford City. And we've seen him on Game of Frame for 2 years. Up at ID camps, actually, the Touro Sports World Cup. We first saw him when he was a 16-year-old. And he's a very, very talented, physical, direct centre forward with a terrific level of technical ability as well. These sides have met twice this season. Most recently, last weekend, so these two having a back-to-back game against each other to close the season. It finished a 3-3 epic. Saramago scoring a late equaliser for American Soccer Club, part of his brace. And the two sides also met on the final day of May, which is American Soccer Club's first ever competitive victory in their history. Saramago also having the decisive say in that one, that stupendous long-range volley closer to his own halfway line than New Haven's penalty area. It was something special, but in the end he was actually outdone by Guilherme Mira's goal earlier in the contest, which won the May Goal of the Month. An incredible long-range strike that was hit with his weaker foot. And we should get plenty of entertainment factor besides the nail-biting stakes this evening. Neither side have kept a clean sheet this season. American Soccer Club have not failed to score this season, and New Haven have only failed to score once. Every single American Soccer Club game, this is an incredible stat, every single one this season in 9 matches has been decided by a goal or less. It's always come down to the wire. I don't think it's been good for any of the management's blood pressures, but for neutrals it's been wonderful drama every game, and tonight promises to be the most intense yet. Well, I will be giving you score updates as well from New York Shockers and Hartford City, which is, as I said, kicking off at the same time as tonight. Just want to give a quick shout out as well to our sponsor, Salt Athletic, who's made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case locks odour using antimicrobial technology. You can scan the QR code for 10% off the cleat bag. Also fits shin guards too. And American Soccer Club would also like to thank their sponsors. We'll start with Wallen & Cohen, who feature a board-certified, fellowship-trained orthopaedic subspecialist, as well as in-house advanced diagnostic imaging, neuromuscular testing, pain management, physical rehabilitation and occupational therapy. Macron also proudly supports the Tomcats. Macron works hard to create cutting-edge, high-performance sportswear to support athletes from grassroots to professionals in their efforts to become their own hero, on and off the field. And LifeHack, lastly, proudly supports American Soccer Club. LifeHack is a revolutionary anti-choking device. It has now saved over 4,000 lives across the planet. You can learn more about how to protect yourself and loved ones by heading to lifehack.net. And I believe you can also find the lifehack.net on Amazon. Really critical piece of kit. American Soccer Club in their all white as usual. The Fighting Tomcats closing out their first ever regular season. Can they make it a memorable one where they qualify for the playoffs? It's going to come down to the thinnest of margins. It is in their hands, victory, and they've guaranteed a ticket to the playoffs. A draw, and they're going to need a helping hand from Hartford. In terms of the temperature, thankfully quite a bit cooler than the 100 degrees we were treated to last Tuesday. Sitting about 85, but a brisk breeze. Sun setting behind us, so you can see already shadow starting to creep across the field. And Hofstra Soccer Stadium filling up nicely on this 4th of July weekend. And even as an Englishman, I'm willing to wish all of you a very happy 4th of July. I hope you had a very good one yesterday. I've been in America for 13 years now, and I've grudgingly come to love the holiday, I must admit. Ryan Saramago, who has New Haven's number, he scored 3 in the last 2 games against them, will kick us off here. He'll be wearing the captain's armband. American Soccer Club skipper will kick us off for what could be the most dramatic, nail-biting night of the season. I imagine it will be one way or the other. New Haven already safe, already in the playoffs, but they'll want to build momentum before they begin that post-season. American Soccer Club with it all to do. And in terms of the form of these two teams, it's 3 consecutive draws that American Soccer Club enter this evening with. For New Haven, they've just got a single point from their last 3 games. That was the draw against American Soccer Club last weekend. They lost against Osners, they lost against Shockers. Really, New Haven's first 3 games is what propelled them into the playoff zone. in their dark navy shirts. Here's Mohammed. Positive first touch by Aedo. They showed a little bit too much to Wilson. Or to Yates even, excuse me. Mohammed. Serrano. Alessio back to Mohammed. Looks like Coach Fitzgerald has gone with the 4-4-2 formation. Been a very fluid shape this campaign for American Soccer Club. Sometimes they played three at the back. That's a nice ball by Alberto Nieto. Brian Saramago spinning. Saramago on the turn. Half a chance. A simple save for Hess. Did well to get himself the space there, Saramago. 3 dark blue shirts with a close visual on him. And it's going to be a very long vigil for those defenders. With the form Brian Saramago is in. He's the third top scorer in the North Atlantic Conference this season. Serrano. Wagner watching him closely. Alberto Nieto looking for a free kick. The referee not forthcoming with that. Armas overrunning it. Sean Fitzgerald was looking for the switch. Couldn't achieve it, and New Haven back in possession. Tishnika. There you do. Tishnika looking to help that down the channel, I think for Serrano, but the run wasn't made by the centre forwards into the channel. So just having a look at the shape New Haven is in. Looks like they're playing a 4-3-3 with Hess in goal, Casas and Germano, the centre-backs, Mohammed, left-back, Rosen, right-back, Armas sitting in the number 6, it appears, Pim and Adu in front of him, Preston Alessio on the left wing, Disnica on the right, and Serrano in centre forwards. New Haven will get the thrown. Disnica. Him able to keep a hold of that. The American Soccer Club have been able to reverse an unwanted trend that blighted them in the first half of the season. The first six games, only 2 of them they scored the first goal. But in the last 3 fixtures, they've always scored the first goal. They've been stronger with their starts. Saramago with the switch. Alberto Nieto will race after it, and he's kept it in. Alessio with him. Alberto Nieto towards that far post. Couldn't wrap his foot around the cross, and he'll go harmlessly out for a goal kick. Alberto Nieto has been one of the main providers of goals in terms of assists for American Soccer Club this season. He's got a superb delivery on him. And a powerful physical player who's not afraid to beat a man 1v1. There's his twin Alberto Nieto, a pair of them hailing from Ecuador. Adamak. Morandi, who's starting on the left wing. Saramago's managed to wriggle away from Rosen, helping it on. Morandi chasing, and Saramago put too much on the pass. Hess off his line to police the area. There's Armas. He's going to drive it up on the right flank. Nieto watching it closely. coming together between Yates and Serrano. Referee not allowing the play to be stopped. And Mohammed with a very speculative shot. That was never going to trouble the keeper. Quick to offer his apologies. Flicked on by Alberto Nieto. Brian Saramago coming into the area. Really well contained by Germano. You know, Saramago picked his head up for a second. Can't help but think lobbing Hess once again crossed his mind. First corner of the evening. Sean Fitzgerald will take it. Dinks ball towards the far post. Headed back into the mixer, Saramago. Couldn't hit the target if he had of. Almost certain goal from that distance, but not an easy chance. For American Soccer Club skipper, it was awkward height. He was on the spin. I think it came off of his shin. Good head back into the mix, I think, by Luke Yates, the Sheffield boy, at the far post. Serrano. Yates throwing a foot in. Casas, awkward bounce for the centre-back. Hooks it up and Serrano will come away with it. One too many white shirts around him. Here's Morandi. Saramago not giving up on it. The referee judging the ball had gone out for a throw-in. Alberto Nieto. Nieto couldn't get Wagner's pass under control. Mohammed. He's going to drive forward. He's got some pace, Mohammed. And he's got Preston Alessio on the left. Let's see what the magician can conjure up. Tries to return it to his fullback, who was overlapping again. A good tackle to stop the cross, but at the expense of a corner kick. First chance for New Haven to get something into the penalty area. Preston Alessio will deliver this in. Whipped in, and Saramago got the first header. Drops back to Ado. New Haven lead. Germano couldn't miss from there. A fortuitous bounce at that near post. Ado seized on it like lightning, fizzed it across, put it exactly where it needed to go. And Germano said, "Thank you very much." 10 minutes in, New Haven lead. And that's Adu's first goal of the season. At the moment, it puts New Haven in second seed in the North Atlantic Conference. There's actually Adamak at that near post, I realised afterwards. That was very awkward between Casas and Hess, and Casas already looking a little uncomfortable with high balls. Wagner will hold that down the line. Alberto Nieto looking to nod it in. Germano with header. Ado, that's not the right pass. Saramago. His pass to Alberto Nieto, well read by Mohamed. Alessio. Returns it to Mohamed. The left back having lots of adventurous forwards early on in this game. Armas. Lots of white shirts behind the ball now. Pim. Armas. Mohamed. Played inside is the assister. Edu. Armas. Going to go for a spectative long-range shot. All over the crossbar. The American Soccer Club are sitting quite deep, or at least they were there. Inviting Armas to drive at them. Cordova will drill it up. Header win the header, Alessio. Clever touch on to Serrano. Been a very good start by New Haven. They already have the goal to their name. And driving up here, looking for more. Serrano. Very compressed on this near side, but he's done well to win a corner kick. Alessio again will deliver. More weight on the pass this time. Wilson well positioned. Him unable to find Alessio there. "15 minutes in between Shockers and Hertford City. It's 0-0 there. They kicked off a little prior to this contest. At the moment, early in this evening, Shockers are going to qualify as well as Osners, no matter what Shockers' result is. American Soccer Club will go out, but still lots of time for the Long Islanders to change that. Throw taken quickly. Morandi got a bit of space, caught it decently. Ball moved a bit in the air, but ended up dipping comfortably into the hands of Hess. Driven over the top, a race between Wagner and Alessio. Alessio wins it. Mohamed on the overlap. Alberto Nieto covering really well. But he was unable to prevent a third corner kick for New Haven. Alessio gives it short on the edge. Dinked in by Disnika. Headed clear on the first attempt by Wagner. Comes back to Disnika again. Alessio. Disnika. Wagner with the first header, and he got caught in that challenge by Casas. Brave header by Tommy Wagner. I think he actually got trod on inadvertently by Casas. Nothing deliberate about it. Cordova will drill it up. Tristino flicks it on. Germano, not with the most convincing header. Casas came to his aid. Wagner all the way back to Cordova. Wilson. Tristino, who's seen very little of the ball early on, but that's a clever ball. Brian Saramago is offside. That looked very tight indeed. That connection right there shows you the chemistry these two players have already found in their partnership. This is their third game together up front. Tristino, a recent signing. He scored 2 in his first 2 American Soccer Club games, and Brian Saramago has got 2 since Tristino joined the side as well. They link up so well. Here's Tristino, Saramago in the middle. Tristino's got away from Casas. Dinks it in. Cut out before it could reach Morandi. Anamak on the loose pass. Morandi, who's off balance, couldn't receive it. Adu covering the danger well. Tishnika spinning, but he ran it out of play. Morandi. That's a loose pass, but he got caught late. Bit of a needless free kick from American Soccer Club, from New Haven's perspective to give away. Morandi going away from goal, but now it's a chance for the hosts to put something into the penalty area, and Morandi is in some trouble here. The trainer's being called on. Whilst we have this delay, allow me to remind everyone that at half-time we're going to be showing our June Goal of the Month nominees. Fantastic selection. We also have the competition live on Instagram. Voting is open there. 2 players from tonight's game featured in our May competition, Brian Saramago and the eventual winner, Guilherme Mira, both scoring in the first meeting between these sides on the final day of May. Morandi back on his feet. There's a low argy-bargy in the penalty area the referee is looking to clamp down on. Chris Morandi is being made to wait on the touchline as he got a trainer, so American Soccer Club down to 10 for now. Jorge Nieto will serve it up. It's a flat ball. Comes back to Adamak. Too much on it for Brian Saramago. Chris Morandi allowed to return to the field of play. 20 minutes gone here. Germano scoring 10 minutes in, giving New Haven this early lead that at the moment puts them into the playoffs in 2nd seed and eliminates American Soccer Club from playoff contention. There's still a lot left to be written tonight. Good win by Armas in that duel with Saramago, and then the referee spotting that all over on the back of Dishnika. Driven across field in the direction of Preston Alessio. It's a wonderful ball. Alessio allowed to spin by Alberto Nieto. Pim. Alessio. Pim again. And Pim gets the rebound. Cannons it over the crossbar. Decent chance inside the penalty area. But the strike always rising. A good combination play between him and Alessio. Driven up by Yates, looking for Saramago. Germano clearing the lines. Fitzgerald winning the first header. Adamak retains the ball for American Soccer Club. Luke Yates. Jorge Nieto. Shaping up towards Tristino. Too much on that pass. He's got quite a diagonal ball in him usually though, Jorge Nieto. Germano. Rosen. Driving forwards and found with a good pass. Tried to escape Jorge Nieto. Cleared by Yates. Lost by Sean Fitzgerald. Armas. Pim. Germano. Mohamed. Switch to Germano. And under pressure, Hess unable to find his left back. Wagner tosses it down the touchline. Mohamed going down. From this angle, I couldn't see any contact, but Mohamed holding his face. Referee's rightfully going to hold up play so Mohamed can get a look at least. American Soccer Club will get the throw in. Tommy Wagner will hurl it in. Flicked on by Alberto Nieto. Saramago challenging. Tristino. That's a very clumsy tackle by They do. And this is shooting range for American Soccer Club. Again, I think a bit of a needless free kick for American Soccer Club to get from a New Haven perspective. Tristino going away from the goal. No real need for Ado to commit there. But Sean Fitzgerald now has an opportunity to serve up the delivery. Everyone back for New Haven. Referee just laying down the law. With a few of the New Haven defenders, a little bit of pushing in the penalty area. Players jostling for position with that offside line. Sean Fitzgerald dinks it in. Headed partially clear. Wagner on the over kick. Sent back in by Jorge Nieto. And then the referee spotting his linesman's flag. Commanding header by Matthias Adamak, who usually deputises as captain when Saramago is not in the field. Another born and raised Long Islander who's a big presence in the centre of the park. Armas will drill it across field. Wagner watching it closely, getting the first header on it. Preston Alessio taking the throw quickly. Pim couldn't bring it down. And Wagner's ever able to win a throw-in for American Soccer Club. Alberto Nieto. Well stopped by Pim. Looks a little bit like a foul throw there, but instead the referee giving New Haven a free kick. I have to say, I did look afterwards, after the play, like a foul, a foul committed by American Soccer Club. But I think prior, throwing technique was a little suspect from Mohamed. Pim drills it crossfield. Germano. Casas. And Wilson will put that out into the Hofstra car park. Mohamed. It will be another corner kick. Well, good news for American Soccer Club. Hertford City have taken the lead against Shockers. That still is not enough with the current scoreline here at Hofstra for American Soccer Club to qualify. But if Hertford City go on to win that game and American Soccer Club can get a draw, they still go through. But I think still very much they'll be going for the win with the amount of time left. The Long Islanders. Saramago, clever with his body. Sean Fitzgerald, Morandi even with him. Mohamed. Pim. Almas gives it to Casas. New Haven have had the lion's share of possession in these first 30 minutes. Alessio. Pim. Almaster Edu. Switching it to Rosen. Boy, Nieto smothering him and winning the free kick. James Tristino helps it on. Brian Saramago. Shoulder to shoulder. Saramago won the ball and now he's appealing for a handball. Germano's appealing for a free kick. The referee split the difference and hasn't given anything to anyone. It was shoulder to shoulder. Perhaps Saramago came in a little heavy on Germano. Hair-raising moment for New Haven's back line. Wagner misjudging the header. Serrano. Too heavy with his touch. And he'll go harmlessly out for a goal kick. Sean Fitzgerald will pop that up. Alberto Nieto on his bike. Flicked it over Mohamed, and then he went down in the penalty area. To be fair, not making much of an appeal. Alberto Nieto, surrounded by blue shirts, couldn't keep possession. Alessio did really well to work that out. Helped on by Serrano to Pim. His footwork let him down. Here's Jorge Nieto. Luke Yates. Morandi. Fitzgerald. Tristino. Big gap on the left side. Jorge Nieto. No one at that far post. His twin Alberto hanging back. And Mohamed will look to bring it out, and there's a little clip there by Brian Saramago, who's going to get a talking to from the referee. Guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow night. We're going to have more brilliant action from Long Island. New York Renegades against Braveheart, 6:30 p.m. live from Sousa Complex tomorrow night. That's the UPSL Northeast American Final. It's the fourth time in a row those two teams have met in the final. Renegades have won the last three to progress to the Nationals. Should be a captivating game once again. Tishnika. Excuse me, it's Rosen even. Morandi with good defensive work, and Fitzgerald has found Brian Saramago here. New Haven a little short at the back. Saramago charging into the area. Brian Saramago! Superb recovery by Germano, who at the key moment threw everything into the tackle, got the block. May have been creeping in from Saramago, may have been finding James Tristino in the middle. Either way, massive moment from New Haven centre-back and their goal scorer, Germano. Serrano is looking for Alessio. Too much on the pass, Cordova off his line. Adamak, stopped initially by Pim, but Alberto Nieto on the seconds. Tristino. Ten minutes left in the first half. That was loose from Chris Morandi. Well, from Yates even, excuse me, that pass. There's Sean Fitzgerald driving up, too much on it, goes straight out. Pim. Good composure by the centre midfielder. Mohamed. Alessio. Casas. It's been a patient, measured approach from New Haven generally when they've had the ball. To be fair, American Soccer Club have not been particularly aggressive in their pressing game. That is going to have to change as the game progresses, unless they can find a goal back into this. Good step by Yates. Fitzgerald popping it up, hopefully. Casas returns it to Hesse. Popped all the way back to Hess. Casas went down very easily there. Got himself a free kick and a get out of jail card. Mohamed very helpfully returning the life act sign to where it was. Scrappy from Adamak and effective initially. Ado, Alessio, Pim. Armas, better space for Rosen. Clever turn by Disnika. Disnika took a deflection off of Wilson. Favourable one for American Soccer Club. Adu all over Fitzgerald to win that back immediately for the visitors. They've certainly been the better team so far in this first half. Alessio not to be hurried, finds Armas again. Pim. Armas, they've broken the midfield line. Alessio. Armas. Whips it in, good header by Wilson. Saramago trying to help it on. And Germano was sort of a bit of a hospital header back by Pim, forced to clear it out. Ado. Alessio. That will be a new aim and thrown. I think that's the right decision. Alberto Nieto cannoning it off of Mohamed and nearly taking the head off of a spectator. It's up close and personal here, the crowd at Hofstra. There's Pim. Boy, Nieto. Strong, but couldn't keep the ball in. Final 5 minutes of the first half. It's still 1-0 to Hertford City against Shockers, which is one silver lining in what has otherwise been a forgettable first half thus far for American Soccer Club. But again, even if Shockers lose, that's not enough for American Soccer Club if they themselves lose. Alessio. Mohamed. He's kept that in. Serrano got a touch on it, and eventually the linesman raising his flag to say that Mohamed ran it out for a goal kick. But you know, actually I think it was an offside flag that went up against Mohamed, because that seems more right. From here it didn't look as if that ball had run out for Mohamed. I think the referee just took a minute to spot the linesman. Commanding header by Adu. Randy helps on the second. Saramago unable to find a teammate. Rosen. To Sneaker. Can outfox Wilson. Saramago. Watched closely by Germano. Fitzgerald, at that moment, just about sums up American Soccer Club's first half. A really poor throwing in and needlessly given away by American Soccer Club, who have not been close to their best so far in this game, and they're going to have to find another gear or two if they're going to rescue their playoff hopes. Haven't played with the intensity or urgency of a team so far that is fighting for their lives. Alberto Nieto, his twin Jorge, able to keep it in. Saramago searching towards Tristino. And you know, looking now at American Soccer Club shape, and maybe this may have been how they lined up. I think actually it's a change. They've now have got three at the back with Jorge and Alberto Nieto as the wing backs, and Chris Morandi has gone into the number 10 position. So they've changed from that classic 4-4-2 they started with. Pim. Coach Fitzgerald has got subs warming up on the bench already. I imagine we'll see a change or two at half time. Wagner with the first header. Pim. Mohamed. Aidu. Gets it back from Marmas. Searching ball. Luke Yates read it well.
Fans, it's your last chance to get the ALS Ride for Life raffle tickets. Chance to win an autographed jersey. Get them by the front gate. Again, the winner will be drawn at the end of halftime.
Serrano. Alessio. Mohamed. They're throwing for New Haven. We're into stoppage time of the first half. And it sounds like just a minute of additional time. Fired in, but simple enough for Alberto Nieto. He'll clear the lines. Pim. Marmas. Luke Yates hooks it up, and that's the end of the first half. New Haven moving up to second place at the moment in the NPSL conference to get that seed for the playoffs. American Soccer Club rooted to the bottom. If they can find a point and Shockers cannot find a way back against Hartford, that will be enough for American Soccer Club to squeak in to the playoffs. But again, if they can find a way to turn this game around and win, then they will guarantee it. But they're going to have to be a lot better than they were in that first half. A lacklustre display. New Haven, certainly the stronger side. It's all left to do here at Hofstra for American Soccer Club. For now, guys, it's my pleasure to share with you our June Goal of the Month nominees. We've got very little game time this season. It's a long-range shot here. Oh, it's spectacular! Alex Palas with a worldie! Is that the Pan Cyprian salvation?
Here in the New York City vicinity. Bosnia.
Oh, he lobs it over one. A sombrero flick. Left-footed shot. Toward the far post and in. Goal! The Lions of New York with the breakthrough. Lovely sombrero flick. And a fabulous finish.
To Irene, worked off her foot, but right to Goodrich. Goodrich works around the defense. She'll put a shot on net, and it's in! Kaylee Goodrich winds up from 20 yards out.
That's best of balls. And look at that for a spin by McLean. He's got three others with him. Hudson, a little shot at the back here. Justin McLean! Sensational! You could not get more top corner than that. It's a postmark finish.
Sweat over to Moya. Lifts the ball beautifully over to Kikwan. Now Kikwan puts a finish, and Kikwan finds the back of the net once again. It is a 4-1 lead for Empire now. What an assist and what a finish.
Justice left. Forward ball to Bailey Johnson. Takes a turn, has a shot. Bailey Johnson, what a goal! Downtown United opened the scoring here at Queens College. It's 1-0 in the first half.
For in Elias Wall. Nieto caught it decently! American Soccer Club are back in it! Surely not! Alberto Nieto with a bullet of belief!
But if there's anyone who could fill in those big shoes, it's the Big 12, OJ Bedward. Quick 1-2s, Toldo Rivas, Rosero, Ruiz Restrepo, the three big R's, crossed toward the far post, Descanso! Goal!
You just wonder if that Westchester's legs are a little heavy despite the man advantage. As his Zhang! Oh, it's an excellent strike! An arrow, it's probably little more than a consolation goal, but it's something for Nova to remember.
Silva cutting inside, looking for an opening. He goes to Volinsky instead, who takes a long shot and finds the top corner to get Brooklyn right back into the match.
Been getting on the ball and doing what he likes in the attacking third. A hit from distance. What a strike! KO Elite on the board, nice and early in this second half. What a hit!
Purse cutting inside, catching it well! Glorious! Sensational from Olivia Purse. From 30 yards out, the sweetest of strikes.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Okay, fans, the winner of our ALS Ride for Life raffle, Dominic Mazza, with winning ticket 44826-029. Once again, Dominic Mazza. If you're in attendance tonight, please head to the front gate where the raffle tickets were being sold to claim your prize.
Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Hofstra. Teams making their ways back out onto the field. Looks as if New Haven are unchanged, and I suppose from their perspective you wouldn't change much about that first half performance. They had most of the ball, found the goal, not in the prettiest of fashion, but they all count in the end. And they afforded American Soccer Club very few opportunities. I'm just trying to eyeball here whether we've got any changes for American Soccer Club. Looks as if Leo Pinto has come on. Chris Morandi has made way for him, it appears. Something certainly had to change for American Soccer Club. It was not their best 45 minutes of football by any means, particularly when you consider what's at stake. And actually, it appears New Haven has made one change as well. Jasnika looks like we're drawn. And Capolari on in his stead. Leo Pinto has started on the left side. We'll see what the shape is for American Soccer Club. He's blown hot and cold this campaign, Pinto. When he's been on his game, he has really run the midfield. Very creative, dominant force, but there also has been moments where he's drifted in and out of games. And that's why he hasn't always been a shoo-in in Coach Fitzgerald's starting 11. We may have a change of shape from New Haven. We'll try and figure that out shortly. That came off Saramago's arm, unfortunately for him. Didn't know much about it. Here's Armas. Searching for Alessio. Alessio brings it down. Alessio! I think he was expecting a corner kick there. Not sure what happened with that final contact. It looked as if he just had to apply the finish. He got himself into such a good position, Alessio. Beautiful first touch. Either a defensive touch that was missed by the linesman referee, or Alessio maybe kicked the ground. Really good chance right at the start of this half for New Haven to double the lead. Bartonietto searching for Pinto. He lost his footing. Pinto wins it back. Sean Fitzgerald hopefully up to Tristino. Germano, who is the goal scorer, made quite a mess of that. Alberto Nieto tussling with Mohamed, and you can see Alberto Nieto with a hand on the shoulder of Mohamed. Linesman keeping his flag down. Casas able to clear the lines nonetheless for New Haven. Luke Yates. Jorge Nieto. Couldn't find the feet of Leo Pinto. Capolari. Coach Fitzgerald's got a full bench to call on, including 17-year-old Braden Walker, who's an incoming freshman at Stony Brook, came through local clubs to Long Island and New York, Sousa, and more recently Met Oval, born in Ronkonkoma. Mohammed requiring some attention. Back on his feet. Yates drills it up towards Tristino. Tristino looking to float it to Alberto Nieto, not enough on the ball. Alberto Nieto in very heavy on Mohammed. And then there's a coming together. Alberto Nieto's got to be very careful. Armas had a shove on Nieto. And we might see a card or two here. Last thing American Soccer Club need right now is a red card. Alberto Nieto being called over by the referee now. The referee is going to give him a last warning. And Armas too, those two coming together after the play had gone. Alessio, clever touch. Wagner had a nibble at his heels. Free kick taken short. Pim. Cordova doing well to grab that ball. Look for a second as if it might pass over him. Boy Nieto. Tristino. Helps around the corner. Adamak. Good tackle by Casas. Pinto. Boy Nieto. Adamak. Pinto. Just about able to hold possession. Wilson. The pass is not good enough by American Soccer Club, but Pinto looking to revitalise American Soccer Club. Won it back. The ball squeezed through to James Tristino. Rosen with him. Tristino. Not a good cross, straight out for a goal kick. Pinto showing some bite there. Some bite that American Soccer Club has lacked so far. Alberto Nieto. Pick it up by Germano. Adamak. Jorge Nieto. One thing to note is New Haven with just 3 more subs on the bench as that's driven in. That'll be very simple for Hess to gather. There's Armas. Alessio looking to escape the attention of Wagner, but just touched it out for a throw-in. Saramago. Alberto Nieto cannoned it off of Casas. The ball stay in. A really good touch by Caporelli. And a free kick given to New Haven. A reminder, in the other all-important fixture tonight in the APSL North Atlantic Conference, Hertford City are beating Shockers 1-0 currently. But that still is not enough for American Soccer Club. If that result held, they would need a point. If Shockers were able to draw level with Hertford City, they've got plenty of time to do it, they kicked off at the same time as this game, then American Soccer Club would have to win to progress to the playoffs. Tristino, Saramago, helps it on. Leo Pinto steaming after it. Casas first to it and clearing the lines, but signs of life from the hosts, and you can hear it's giving the crowd something to chase. Adamak, crossfield, too much on it for Tristino. It's a good angle of pass by Adamak. Alberto Nieto hadn't gambled at the far post. Rosen. Pim. Gets it back from Caporali. Pim then overran it and hoofed clear by Wagner. Neither of his centre forwards were onside, and they knew it. Turning into a very pleasant, cool Saturday evening here at Hofstra. Probably sitting about 70 degrees now, a little over perhaps. Got a cool breeze. Alessio. Mohamed. Ado. Rosen. Back to Ado. Mohamed's downed again. This might be the end of his evening. Second time down in a few minutes. New Haven march on. Caporali. Pim. Rosen. Pinto winning. Adamak with a touch. I'll come back to Germano. Hess. Germano. And Almas will kick this out so Mohamed can get some attention. And New Haven are preparing another sub here. Looks like they actually have 4 unused subs still on the bench, all outfielders. Whilst I have this break, guys, let me remind you of the sponsors this evening. Salt Athletic, Gaiman Frames, 24-25 sponsor. They made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses anti-microbar technology to make for odour-free car rides. And if you scan the QR code, you can get a 10% discount. And also American Soccer Club would like to thank their sponsors, even All In & Cohen Complex. Okay, my name's mixed up. All In & Cohen Complex. And All In & Cohen provide brilliant medical services to athletes across the New York area and beyond. They feature a team of board-certified, fellowship-trained orthopedic subspecialists, as well as in-house advanced diagnostic imaging, neuromuscular testing, pain management, physical rehabilitation, and occupational therapy. Macron also proudly supports the Tomcats. They create high-performance gear to support athletes in their efforts to become heroes on and off the field. And Lifehack also proudly supports American Soccer Club. Lifehack has now saved over 4,000 lives across the planet and a revolutionary anti-choking device. Learn more about it at lifevac.net. We'll get a look in a second at who's coming on that left side for New Haven. It's Brown who's come on the left wing for Mohammed. Or actually a left back, it looks like. Alessio still sitting in that left wing position. Pin. Block initially by Adamak. Rosen. How you do? Casas. Alessio. Armas. Caporali. Sharp footwork onto his left foot. Absolutely cannoned that into Luke Yates, and that was a very heavy impact. Immediately the trainer being called on. I did see Luke Yates move his arm, thankfully, but he's going to need immediate attention. That was really caught with a lot of power by Caporali. I can tell you, I haven't had a concussion myself 3 weeks ago from heading a ball, albeit at a much lower level than this. They are no jokes at all. Very good to see at least Yates is now sitting up. But always really concerning when you see a player take a ball to the head at that speed. And we'll see if he can continue or not. Coach Fitzgerald does have Andrew Watson and Costa Starlin defenders to come on. Good, really good to see Luke Yates back on his feet. Oh, everyone doing exactly the right thing. Referee stopping that play immediately, and even New Haven players urging the trainers on as quickly as possible. Play will restart with a corner kick. It came off of Yates' head and went out for a corner. American Soccer Club temporarily down to 10. We'll see if Yates is able to return to the field or not. I imagine Coach Fitzgerald will probably make a change, but we'll see. That ball will be swung in towards the far post. Point header back there. American Soccer Club. Cordova gathers the seconds. Luke Yates is going to return to the field of play. Hammered up by Cordova. An hour has passed here at Hofstra. American Soccer Club still giving the home crowd precious little to excite. It's been a flat performance when they've needed to be at their best, but they've still got time to retrieve this. Wilson. Saramago misjudged the header. Tristino didn't give up on it. Couldn't quite squeeze down the touchline for Saramago. Well, the news gets worse for American Soccer Club. Shockers have pulled level with Hartford. That means now only victory will see American Soccer Club through to playoffs, assuming that result holds. Second half kicked off a few minutes after this one. So it looks about 59 minutes played at Shockers. Saramago hauled over from behind by Edu. Yates tried to take that quickly to get a yellow card. It may prove very costly. Serrano and Fitzgerald shoulder to shoulder. Fitzgerald with brilliant pace and brilliant composure under maximum pressure. Pinto helps that on. Good advantage by the referee. Wagner. Good defending by Brown. And then Brown is going to charge down the left side over Ranette. Wilson wins it back. Wagner. Alessio cuts it out. Pim. We have got another change prepared on the touchline for American Soccer Club. That's driven up. It looks like Aidan Colby, who will be introduced imminently. And it's going to be Adamak taken off. And I just wonder if word filtered down to American Soccer Club's bench of the score. That's shockers. So Adamak off. Colby on. Tristino appears to have moved more onto that left side. We'll see where Colby fits into it. Maybe a 4-3-3 now for American Soccer Club, with Saramago on the right, Colby in the middle, Tristino on the left. We'll see how they line up. Alessio. Colby with 3 goals in this NPSL season. Floated in, headed out by Jorge Nieto. Tristino. Colby was just to have been impeded by Edu, who's reacted very angrily. Colby flicking it on, and he adds a lot of physical presence up there, Colby. I think he might be playing a little bit deeper, Colby, by the looks of it. In an attacking midfield position. Pinto's moved inside. Alberto Nieto and Tristino are in the front 3, with Saramago in the centre. Pinto. Tenacious, but it's Armas who turns it over. Serrano. Alessio might be in here. Wilson got the tackle, and even better for American Soccer Club. That last touch came off the shins of Alessio. Really good tackle by Wilson. Wilson hoofs it up. He might keep that in. How's your touch? He let it bounce. And has another go at it. Armas. Saramago got a touch on it. Colby. Jorge Nieto. Luke Yates seemingly recovered after taking that very heavy blow to the head. Tristino. Colby looking for a positive touch inside. Rosen recovered, but not cleared. It's going to come to Colby. Fitzgerald. Jorge Nieto. Pinto. Crossfield. Alberto Nieto. Lots of white shirts in the area. Nieto wriggling and turning. Fizlow in. Casas on the first ball. Sean Fitzgerald. Casas again. Fitzgerald pops that header up. Wagner, Pinto, around the corner, and Alberto Nieto looked to buy himself a free kick, and he's successfully done so. Niceman well positioned, waved his flag. 22 minutes remaining at Hofstra. Good position, this free kick. They've still got some time, American Soccer Club, to find 2 goals to book their ticket to playoffs. But things have got to start happening relatively soon. And this is a good opportunity to get the ball rolling for them. Sean Fitzgerald on the set-piece delivery. Here comes the free kick. Fitzgerald. And Wagner! And clutched by Hess. Not an easy chance for Wagner. He's quite far out as he connected with that. Generated a lot of power on it. But straight at Hess. Keeper just had to hesitate committing for the ball. Tristino leapt in front. Might have got a touch on it, but didn't manage to. They do. Alessio Serrano is onside. Serrano, saved by Cordova. A big stop for American Soccer Club. He keeps their power hopes alive there. Comes back to Armas. And Caporali, 2-0. And that might be the dagger. The super sub, find that bottom right corner. Given too much space on the edge. And American Soccer Club have got a mountain to climb if they're going to salvage the season. It's another player who scored their first goal for New Haven this season. And New Haven on a night where they didn't need to worry about whether they're going to make the playoffs or not, only what seeding they were going to have brought their A game. They've made some more changes. Rosen replaced. Now we'll get a look at the other player who came off shortly. I think it was Pim. James Tristino searching for Saramago. Excellent tackle by Casas. So it's Price who's coming out right back for New Haven. De Bruyne also on. Fitzgerald will swing this in. Jorge Nieto towards the far post. Met like a steam train by Alberto Nieto. Went through a lot of bodies. He was appealing half-heartedly for a handball. It's going to be another corner kick. Unless Hertford City can find another goal, at the Shockers. American Soccer Club have got to find 3. Alberto Nieto sends it in. Alessio clears the lines. Another appeal for handball for American Soccer Club. Pinto will work that back. Cordova. Pinto. Didn't get his touch right. Able to get the second ball. Wilson. Pinto. Jorge Nieto. Pinto spreads out towards Alberto Nieto. Good leap by Brown. Alessio. Saramago with a foot on it. He gets it back here. Brian Saramago! It's a hope! It's a hope for American Soccer Club. Brian Saramago does it again against New Haven. And there is life at Hofstra. Another superb goal by the Tomcats talisman. And an astonishing 4th time he has scored against New Haven this season. And how a goal can change a game of football. American Soccer Club still have so much left to do, but you just wonder how that might change the psychology of this one. Saramago perhaps feeling a little bit too much adrenaline after the goal and absolutely threw himself into that tackle with Germano. And Leo Pinto was heavily involved in that build-up as well. Won that 50-50 to return it to Saramago, but this captain took it on from there. He was so far out, took it early, caught Hess a little off guard, but even if Hess was well set, I'm not sure he's saving that. Well hit, well placed. Casas. That goes straight out for a throw. Down the line. Pinto. Armas winning it a little bit too physically for the referee's liking. Fitzgerald will take the free kick. Well, I said this one might have escaped American Soccer Club. Now it's certainly a possibility they can turn this around. They need 2 goals in a little over 14 minutes. Or they need 1 goal here and 1 goal up north, courtesy of Hertford City against Shockers. That would also do it to retrieve their playoff hopes. Jorge Nieto. Luke Yates drives it up. Saramago was offside and the ball ran away from him in any case. Big win by Luke Yates. And again, Sean Fitzgerald snatched a bit at the contact. Pinto, tenacious. We normally talk about Pinto for his technical ability, his vision, but he's shown so much fight tonight since coming on. Colby heavy with his touch. It will be a throw-in for American Soccer Club. Can they pull this level? Can they give themselves a bridgehead to win it late on? New Haven going to make their last change. Serrano is going to come off. Kachipula replacing him. Held in. Flicked on. Saramago had a swing at it. It'll be a corner kick. Sean Fitzgerald, that goal has really G'd up the crowd. Fitzgerald, headed clear, big header out, critical header. Alberto Nieto spins his man. Alberto Nieto, what a hit! And palm clear by Hess, a stinging strike by Nieto. Every fan in the stadium willing on the direction of that strike. But Hess alerted the near post. It's a bombardment on New Haven's penalty at the moment. Fitzgerald again. Driven in, Hess punches, that looked extremely uncomfortable. He almost got under that, the keeper. Not far away from tipping it into his own crossbar. Fitzgerald sprinting across the field. Everyone back for New Haven. This is the sort of drama we are hoping for at the start of the evening. It's decision date. Some will make the playoffs, some won't. American Soccer Club fighting for their lives right now. Fitzgerald towards the penalty spot. Cleared out. Pinto. It's a poor pass but kept in by Fitzgerald. Pinto again. Another poor pass by Leo Pinto. Kachipula can bring it out. A relief finally for New Haven. Kachipula. Caporoli. Capolari again. Armas. Caporali. Adu again. Here's the right back, Price. He's managed to squeeze that end to Kachipula. Kachipula onto his left foot. Tackled by Pinto, who's put in another sublime tackle. Another change is imminent for American Soccer Club, who had that steady, sustained pressure, spell of pressure after pulling it back to 2-1, but New Haven just able to escape their half for a little bit. That's going to be a yellow card, I'd imagine, for Kachipula for palming that ball away, wasting time. Sean Fitzgerald has taken off. We'll get a look in a sec who's come on. It's Andrew Watson. Straight switch. Watson in the centre midfield. Wagner lost his footing. Corby tried to get Hill to it. Hooped up by Hess. Alessio, look at that for a first touch. Not the right pass though. Armas. Pillow is going to yield a corner for the visitors and take more time off the clock. Corner taken short. Alessio. Happy to hold it in the corner, just take a bit of time off the clock. Here come New Haven now surging forward, floated towards the far post. Just needed a touch for Germano to make it a brace, an unlikely brace for the centre-back. Ball didn't have the legs to reach him. James Tristino. Aiko with a good tackle. Take no prisoners, but fair. Pinto. Yates. Wagner drives it up. Saramago got there first. Price got something on it too. Alessio. Aiko. Wagner doing well to get it back to Cordova. Shocker still 1-1 with Hertford City. So American Soccer Club still need to find 2 goals. Assuming that scoreline holds further north of this game. St Crossfield, Carchipullo. He was in if that pass was a little better by Alessio. Boy, Nieto instead winning it back for American Soccer Club. Pinto. Lots of space on the right side for Alberto Nieto. Pinto finds him. Nieto whips it in. Saramago! Got really good contact on it. Actually, it looks like the last touch off a defender. It may have been Aiko who dove in there and got a critical touch. Another corner kick for American Soccer Club. Taken short. Jorge Nieto. Wagner didn't connect with it at all right. And cleared. American Soccer Club have not made the most of these set pieces. They've had plenty of them in the second half. Alessio couldn't outfox Watson. James Tristino brings it down. Looks to open for Saramago. And Aiko didn't want to take any chances. Not sure if that ball got out. Well, just on the second bounce. Precious seconds ticking for the Fighting Tomcats though. Tristino. Boy, Nieto wasn't able to keep that in.
Tonight is Fan Appreciation Night. On behalf of the ownership, staff, coaches, and players of the American Soccer Club New York, we thank you for your incredible support and devotion to the fight.
Preston Alessio. Clever there by him to win the free kick. He's going to try and take it quickly. Which Watson didn't allow him to do. Boy, Nieto wins the first header. Couldn't keep it in once again, though. Wilson. That came off the referee. And then Polari went down deep. The player was starting with a drop ball because the referee blocked it. Alberto Nieto. Pinto. It's really now or never if American Soccer Club want to keep their destiny in their own hands. They need to find 2 goals to guarantee that. Tristino. Tristino again from the throw-in. Unhappy that Price had a hand of his shirt. Wilson. Alberto Nieto. Watson. Caporali with a good step. Held in. Flicked on by Colby. Eku unable to prevent the corner kick. How are you doing? Excuse me. Outswinger by Pinto. Jorge Nieto was rising. End up coming off of someone's back. Might have been Alberto Nieto behind him. That's a needless free kick for Casas to give away. Effectively another corner for American Soccer Club with the positioning. 1 minute of normal time remaining. I don't think we're going to get a massive chunk of stoppage time. We had Yates's injury delay, but that was maybe 2 minutes. Not much other than that. I can think of a few substitute breaks. Maybe 4 minutes at most. Pinto towards the far post. American Soccer Club are level and they could pull off the great escape. Heading into stoppage time, they've tied it all up. What a story this would be! They leapt into that far post. Must confess, I didn't see who got the final touch. But if American Soccer Club find one more goal, then they are in the playoffs at the 11th hour. And just hearing from the press box, they identified Aidan Colby with that header at the back post. There's a super ball in by Pinto. Referee has made a big blunder there, not giving the advantage. Pinto again with this set piece. Of course, Hartford also could rescue American Soccer Club if they got a late goal against Shockers. One way or the other, a goal's got to happen at either field. Driven in towards that far post, slightly too high for the jump of Alberto Nieto. And we don't have a fourth official board, so not exactly sure how many minutes of stoppage time we've got here. Again, if I was a betting man, I'd say 4 minutes. Maybe a little bit more for that goal. Maybe we'll get 5. But 90 seconds of stoppage time has already been played. Pinto, again, he's been a game changer in the second half. Assisted both the goals for American Soccer Club. That time is ball cleared out. De Bruyne will get it anywhere that's not near New Haven's penalty area. That one went over the fence. Howes from the American Soccer Club bench for a ball. Alessio. Look at the pace by Preston Alessio, but then his last touch let him down. It's back with New Haven. They can bring this forwards and eat up precious seconds. Caporali, he waited it. Price drives it cross field. De Bruno. Oh, Armas even, excuse me. He sends it back in. Lax marking. New Haven silence Hofstra. And surely end American Soccer Club's playoff dream. Kenny Cordova going ballistic at his back line. They fell asleep, left a gaping hole, and after all that hard work to put it back level, a late chance of their unlikely reprieve is sunk. And that's the substitute Brown with the goal. And that is also a big one for New Haven because, again, it puts them right now back into second seed. They will host a semi-final. Wilson will drive it forward. Best American Soccer Club are going to hope for is an equaliser, a very late equaliser, and a late goal for Hertford City. Sent in, much has happened. There's been another scintillating contest between these two sides. Brown's goal was number 14 in 3 games between these two teams. Yates hoofs it down the channel. He'll go out for a throw. I imagine we've got 1 more minute. I think that what I've just heard from the referee, that originally 5 minutes was added and it's given 1 more because of that New Haven goal and the delay that caused. Alessio, he's driving up, still got spring in his step. Watson came in behind, and that is probably that. Armas. De Bruno. And Colby doing well. Fizzed up crossfield. Tristino. It looks as if will not get his 3rd consecutive goal since making his American Soccer Club debut. Boy, Nieto looking to bully his way through. Had a little tug on the back of Caporali. And then Germano going in the face of Boy Nieto rather necessarily, and Tristino laying off some steam with Caporali. I imagine this ball will be kicked and we'll get the full-time whistle. There it is. It is over for American Soccer Club. They bravely fought back from 2 goals down and looked as if they might pull off an improbable late escape to make the playoffs. But New Haven, with that killer goal, deep into stoppage time. Probably still, American Soccer Club would have gone out. It looks as if Shockers is going to end 1-1. They 3.5 minutes into stoppage time, but even if they concede a goal now, American Soccer Club out with the defeat. Hertford City progress to the playoffs as the 1st seed. New Haven progress in 2nd. That will only change if Shockers win. And Osners go in as the 4th seed team. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure covering American Soccer Club's inaugural season here at Hofstra. It's never been short of drama, never short of heart. We've seen so many moments of quality. Brian Saramago certainly delivering yet another with this brilliant long-range strike. But they've fallen just short at the finish line. Well, guys, don't go now. We'll see if we can get ourselves some post-match reflection, possibly from Coach Fitzgerald and someone from the playing team of American Soccer Club. We'll be back shortly. Got very little game time this season. It's a long-range shot here. Oh, it's spectacular! Alex Pallas with a worldie! Is that the Pan Cyprian salvation?
Here in the New York City vicinity. Osner. Oh, he lobs it over one. A sombrero flick. Left-footed shot. Toward the far post and in! Goal! The Lions of New York with the breakthrough! Lovely sombrero flick. And a fabulous finish.
To Irene, worked off her foot, but right to Goodrich. Goodrich works around the defense. She'll put a shot on net, and it's in! Kaylee Goodrich winds up from 20 yards out.
Best of balls. And look at that for a spin by McLean. He's got three others with him. Hudson are a little short at the back here. Justin McLean! Sensational! You could not get more top corner than that. It's a postmark finish.
Sweat over to Moya. Lifts the ball beautifully over to Kikwan. Now Kikwan puts a finish, and Kikwan finds the back of the net once again. It is a 4-1 lead for Empire now. What an assist and what a finish.
Dustin's left. Forward ball to Bailey Johnson. Takes a turn, has a shot. Bailey Johnson, what a goal! Downtown United opened the scoring here at Queens College. It's 1-0 in the first half.
For in Elia's wall. Nieto caught it decently! American Soccer Club are back in it! Surely not! Alberto Nieto with a bullet of belief!
But if there's anyone who could fill in those big shoes, it's the Big 12, OJ Bedward. Quick 1-2s. Toldo Rivas, Rosero, Ruiz Restrepo, the three big R's. Cross toward the far post. Descanso! Goal!
You just wonder if that Westchester's legs are a little heavy despite the man advantage. As his zang! Oh, it's an excellent strike. An arrow. It's probably little more than a consolation goal, but it's something for Nova to remember.
Silva cutting inside, look at, he goes to Bolinski instead, who takes a long shot and finds the top corner to get Brooklyn right back into the match.
Been getting on the ball and doing what he likes in the attacking third. A hit from distance. What a strike! KO Elite on the board, nice and early in this second half. What a hit!
Purse cutting inside, catching it well! Glorious! Sensational from Olivia Purse from 30 yards out. The sweetest of strikes. Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Fitzgerald. Coach, commiserations, obviously disappointing result, but you guys fought right to the final whistle. Describe your feelings at the end of tonight and also the end of the first season for American Soccer Club.
Well, obviously, we're very disappointed. Felt that we were prepared going into this game. To give credit to them, New Haven's a good side. We've beaten them once. We tied them the other night in another nail biter. I think for about 25 minutes of our first half, we really weren't connected as well as we should have been. We weren't figuring them out. We changed our formation a little bit, which I believe helped us for a short time. But yeah, when you go down, you make mistakes at this level. It can be costly. So we had to try to claw back, as we've done too many times, which creates a lot of gray hair. But yeah, to your point about the season, look, I'm very happy and proud of the boys and the whole club. This is our inaugural season. Our goal was to make it to postseason. We didn't do that, but our other goal is also to put together a strong club, put together a good performance, start to build something special here, which I feel we have. And when you're living in the moment, it doesn't feel it right now, but I do think we've got something special going here. And this is going to be sore for a little while, but I think we're going to be okay and come back and hopefully be strong for it.
Brian Saramago scored his 4th goal against New Haven this season and another incredible strike. What was your feeling when that went in? Because the stadium went from silent to just absolutely buzzing. Did you really believe at that point?
Yeah, we were monitoring the other game, and if Shockers lost and we tied, we were in. So the boys knew that at that point. So now we were starting to claw back. Saramago he's a special player. Obviously, he brings something to the table that you don't teach that, right? The player has it, and he's got an innate ability to try to find those little openings, and he knows when to rest, knows when to work. Unfortunately, we couldn't do more, but yeah, it was a great feeling when that happened, and we really felt now we've got still a strong chance.
As you said, your guys' target was to make the postseason. You missed it by such a fine margin. At one point, it was such a competitive division.
Yeah.
What do you think was the thing on the field you guys did the best, and what was something that you think maybe was slightly lacking this year?
It's a good question. I mean, we've got to sit and reflect a lot about that. I think something that we did well was, because you saw in many of our games how we came on so strong late, I think the culture was fantastic. And the boys push each other. They were very accountable. Just the never say die attitude. We can encourage it, but if they don't actually live it, it doesn't mean anything. We're just people screaming on the side. But the boys themselves, they bought into it. They pushed each other. They owned it. So I think that was something that we had a certain grit about us. You control effort and attitude in everything you do, and I think that they did that well. But then the other part is we made mistakes throughout the season. Where, again, at this level you can't do it, which says a lot for the league, right? It says the level of this league is very high level, and the competitive nature of it is you make a mistake, you could get punished, and it could be costly down the line, and unfortunately we had too many of those. You
said earlier that you feel like you guys have built something special here already in a very short space of time. I think, if we pan for a second, JP, and have a look at just all the people we've still got here, we do a lot of games of Game and Frame at the grassroots level, and normally there's not even this many people watch the game, about a tenth. But to stick around 20, 30 minutes after, that's a community, isn't it, John? And
yeah.
How much would you attribute that to the fact that a lot of your players are Long Island? They really care about this club, don't they? They're not just fair weather players.
Right. No, I think that's a great point. And the boys push it out themselves. The fans come to see them, obviously. Behind the scenes, our general manager, Jimmy Kilmeade, does an absolute terrific job getting the word out. Our media people, so that's what drives people to the stadium. When they get here, it's a great venue we're playing at, as you know. It's a soccer-specific venue. It's not so big that if we get 500 people, it really feels like a packed house. So, yeah, the fans, the boys feel it. As you said, it got electric when we scored. The place lit up. You hear every bit of it, and yeah, that really drove us.
First season done. First of many, John?
Yeah, well, I hope so. We're looking forward to it. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations on a great inaugural season.
Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate covering you guys, and really appreciate all the help and time that you've given us. And
you guys are pros. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Thanks.
All right.
Guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, that just about does it for us here at Hofstra Soccer Stadium. American Soccer Club just falling short of the line, but such an exciting season here. Every single game finishing either a draw or by 1 goal margin. We saw So many special moments. The first ever win in American Soccer Club history. Saramago scored some worldies, among many other brilliant goals. It came right down to the wire. But as you could see, so many people here, so much community here at American Soccer Club. This might be the start of something very special. But for now, I'd like to give a big thank you to JP Staccato for doing great work behind the camera. Big thank you to our sponsor, Salt Athletic. Big thank you to American Soccer Club, and particularly Jim Kilmeade, for trusting Game and Frame to cover American Soccer Club in their inaugural season. It's truly been a privilege and a pleasure, and hopefully we can see lots more of American Soccer Club in the future. And of course, lastly, thank you to all of you for watching. We've got another big game coming to you live from Long Island tomorrow evening, 6:30 p.m. New York Renegades against Braveheart Soccer Club in the UPSL Northeast Premier Final. Do not miss it, guys. But for now, this is Josh Pratt signing off from Hofstra. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights, everyone.